Today I'm going to be ranking the best free-to-play players in Dynasty Dynasty. So first off, we're starting with KP. I think he is the best in the game for free-to-play centers. He's a really good option, can hit threes, all that. Capella's another great option for free-to-play players. The steal block is really nice. He's a bit slow. Bam Adebayo, a little bit quicker. He's better to pick up people, help double team on defense, etc. Really good slam block. Johnson's kind of mid overall. If you wish you had LeBron, you could pick up Wiggins. He's basically the cheap option, the free-to-play option of LeBron James. Paul George is like the free-to-play friendly version of KD, so I'd run him too. He's insanely good. Probably will be moving up to S tier later in this video, but for now, I'll just put him in A tier. Fuji's defense is really nice. His mid-range is decent, and then his flash snatch is like insanely good. So he's at least going to be an A tier for now. We have Adam just in C tier because I don't think he's going to be that great as a free-to-play option late game if you're going for like peak superstar. Dennis Schroeder is just going to be in D because like, come on, it's Dennis Schroeder. Chris Paul, super good free-to-play option. Have him ranked at A tier personally. Also, Booker's another great option for free-to-play. Hong Shao, we'll just skip through that. We'll just skip through a couple guys we don't really care about too much that I don't see a lot of use in. I wouldn't recommend putting your materials into. It's going to be quite expensive for you to get the superstar talent cards in order to get Tatum to a point where he's really good. So I only have him in B tier for a free-to-play. Jokic starts out like insanely good and doesn't really need a whole lot of talents for him to be like crazy good. Clarkson's actually moving up to A tier because he's going to be like the free-to-play version of SGA. Inconsistent at the three-point line for sure. Average on defense, but it's ultimate super good, super fast, agile player. SGA I was a little bit shooken up on because you do get a free copy of him, but he's still quite expensive. But I think I'll move him up later in the video. Since he's in Path of Stars, you can save all your diamonds, not go for enhances or anything, and you can get him to a pretty good point pretty easily, as long as you don't waste your diamonds trying to get enhanced cards, because enhanced cards are not for free-to-play players at the moment, because you haven't had enough time to like accumulate free diamonds and stuff like that, so it's a little bit rough. From free-to-play to like pay-to-win, Curry's gameplay doesn't really change a whole lot. You just hit his ultimate, do off-ball movement, do some pump fakes, and you look for the open lanes and try to get a good screen. So I would say he's still S tier or at least A+ tier for the free-to-play players. Luka Doncic, obviously, he's just way too easy to max, super overpowered, and one of the strongest cards in the whole game. LeBron James is someone that struggles a little bit because if you don't put in the materials to actually upgrade him, just his base model, just a base card, like it really isn't that great. He needs a lot of those talent cards to like unlock him, and those enhances to really help him. Kevin Durant is good, but if you don't have his abilities, he's kind of just mid. Like you'll find your star players probably perform better even though he looks cooler. Julio is super elite, super versatile. He's basically the free-to-play Tatum. You could argue that maybe he's even better in some situations. So Julio at S tier I think is super fair. Nurkic in C tier, whatever. Zion in A tier. I think he's solid center or as a versatile wing, however you like to play him. But I usually see him run as center because he has really high block stats. You notice a trend, a lot of centers and stuff are super good for free-to-play players, whereas like point guards and stuff really aren't unless they have their abilities unlocked. But Gasol is going to be an S tier. I think he doesn't need a whole lot of money put into him or like diamonds invested into his talents for him to start being like quite good. Just get his bigger block radius, you can get another ability, and he's looking pretty good overall. I mean, the last big player to look at would definitely be Giannis. The other guys don't really do a whole lot. They can be in C tier, but Giannis can be super solid. He doesn't really take a whole lot invested to start being good, so he's definitely in that A+ and S range. We'll take a quick look at my overall picks here in a second, and we'll go through and we'll kind of see if we can fix it up a little bit because I did it pretty quick. Like I could argue moving Curry down a spot. I could definitely argue moving both Paul George and Giannis up a spot. So we'll move Curry down, see how we like the look of this. I mean, he seems like that would be pretty good because like his abilities, man, like if you don't have his abilities, he doesn't really have like a whole lot of movement. You're just standing there trying to wait for screens and just shooting over people's head. But he does have a high shooting percentage, so it's kind of hard to argue. LeBron James, like I can't really move him. Like he's not that great, I find, if you don't have his abilities. Looking at it, is there anything else that really like sticks out that I'm thinking like we're gonna move up? I think we'll move up SGA here in a second. We'll get him, I think, just like S tier, just because like you don't have to really save up a whole lot to get him. You don't really have to spend a whole lot of diamonds to acquire them. So I'm thinking like in terms of free to play, like you will have more diamonds because of that, and then you'll be able to put more diamonds into SGA and Giannis. So we'll move those guys up in a second. And I think having your guys' feedback too in the comments really helped me out. We can try to make this list again, maybe a little bit better. But from my experiences, I'm thinking like this is going to end up being the most accurate look here. I moved up SGA, moved up Giannis to S tier. I also moved around Gasol and KD to A tier. I think that's better fit. If you guys like this video idea, drop a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. If you disagree with me, tell me on who. I'll try to make this list a little bit better. Definitely with some community feedback will help. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Prox. I'll catch you guys later.